everyone, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today we are picking my May TBR. I have a stacked month already by way of ARCs. So we're not going to be choosing any ebooks today because I already have so many ARCs I need to get to. I am on 2 ARC teams. So I have those 2 books I need to read. Then I have the Fiction Falls book, which I don't have a physical copy of, so I will be listening to that on audio. And I will get to that, talk about the Fiction Falls book in just a minute. And then I also have one buddy read besides our Fiction Falls book and all the ARCs. My one buddy read I do not have a physical copy of, however, I do have a digital copy on my Kindle. I was approved through NetGalley for The Caretaker by Marcus Kluwer. I'll be reading that with my friend Judy from Coffee, Cookies, and Books. I will link her down below if you want to check her out. She is so nice. I love watching her. I love watching her videos. She's been such a good friend. And I really like Judy's channel. If you haven't checked her out, you definitely should. She will be linked down below. So I did read We Used to Live Here like last year, I think it was. It was okay, but it wasn't anything to write home about. It was like a 3-star read for me. But I do want to try The Caretaker because it sounded even better than We Used to Live Here. So I'm excited to read The Caretaker with Judy, so that should be fun. I am on 2 ARC teams. I am reading The Fae Guardian by L. Thrasher. I am on the ARC team for that. I am looking forward to reading that. It is a romantasy, and I can't remember what all the tropes were, but it sounded really good. And I'm excited to read it. And then the other ARC team I am on is For Radiant Exception by A.J. Wynn. It's a sci-fi mystery romance. Sci-fi I don't normally read. However, this one intrigued me because it has a mystery plot in there. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I'm very excited that I'm on the ARC team for that one as well. I'm hoping it's going to be really good. Those are the 2 ARC teams that I have, and then I have multiple other ARCs that I am reading for other things. I have one for Book Sirens, which is The Rising by Chris Harrison. It's a horror. I thought it was an ARC. It's not an ARC. It's been out for a while. I just need to review by May 3rd, so that'll be my first read of May. And I also have an ARC that I got from Book Sprouts, which is Willowbrook Wishes by Kristen Reeds. It's a rom-com that takes place in the 90s. So I figured, ooh, that should be fun. I will try that one. So I'll be reading that. And then I also have The Ninth Realm by Julia Silverwood, which is a Norse romantasy. Like Norse, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. That I will be reading in May. I also have an ARC of Hollow Huntress by Catherine Bro. I am in the Discord server for that as well, and I need to read that. So I will be reading that as well. And those are all the ARCs I have for May. Let's get into the Fiction Falls book before we start pulling our cards. The Fiction Falls book for May is A Ship of Bones and Teeth by Karina Halley. I will be listening to this one on audio. Our live show I haven't posted yet and shared on the Instagram, but I will be starting tomorrow. Our live show for A Ship of Bones and Teeth will be on May 17th at 2 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you mark your calendars if you want to join us. The reason why we're doing it in the middle of the month is because the end of the month I am rather busy with other things. My sister's getting married in Chicago. I will be gone for one weekend towards the end of the month. And I have a couple of other things going on. I am still going to stack my TBR because that's me, it's what I do. In all honesty, if we're talking about how I did for April, physical books, I only have 3 left. It would have been 4, but the 4th one was a buddy read that we all decided to wait on because none of us were really ready to dive into it. So technically I only had 3 that I did not get to, but as of filming this, I still have time to finish all 3 before the month is out, as of today. So I might actually finish my whole TBR for April And we had a lot of books, if you guys can recall. But I have also recently canceled my KU subscription, so we will no longer be using that KU wheel. I needed to cut out a couple of things financial wise, so unfortunately we won't be using that wheel anymore. However, starting in June, I am starting up a new wheel of arcs that I got off of NetGalley. So in June we will resume spinning wheels again. So I will not be using my 26 by 26 wheel this month, only because I don't want to be restricted to too many books. However, I do want to get through all my arcs and my buddy reads in the Fiction Falls book, and I still want to pull some physical books off my cart here. So, as usual, we will be pulling 8 cards. For those who don't know what my deck of cards is, I call it the Penguin deck, because I based it off the game Don't Break the Ice, in case you're new. So basically, during that game, the goal is to not let the penguin fall through the ice. In my case, I have cards that have prompts on it, but I also have cards that say penguin. So if I pull a penguin card, I lose, and Ray has to choose a book for me. Ray is my fiance, for those who are new. And unfortunately, as of right now, Ray is not home. He's in Orlando at the moment. However, if I do pull a penguin card and he's not here, I will just text him like a few titles and have him pick one. So hopefully we don't pull a penguin card for May. I'm hoping not. We will still pull 8 cards, just because I like to make really huge TBRs for myself. And I already shuffled the cards the best that I could, so we're going to start pulling cards. We will be pulling 8 cards like we did last month. So we have 8 physical books. And we have all the other arcs and other reads I want to get to. So we're going to have a busy month, besides the fact that I'm already going to be busy this month. So this should be fun. So let's start pulling our cards, shall we? So we'll go with card number 1. Let's go with this card. Okay, a YA romantasy. That shouldn't be too hard to do. I think I have some of those. Let's see what I have on my cart for YA romantasy, if anything. Is this YA? I don't know if this is YA. I'm not sure if Witch of the Wolves by Kaylee Archer is YA, but let's see if I have anything else as a YA romantasy. Let's see. I think that's adult. The rest of the site are adult. Actually, hold on. I think this is YA, if I'm not mistaken. Which is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. So this is a possibility. I'm pretty sure this is YA. Oh yeah, on the back it says young adult. Cool. And this is also on my 26 to read in 2026. And I was supposed to read this a couple months ago, and I never got to it. So I just put it back in the cart. And I do want to read this, and it is YA. So this is a strong possibility. Let's see. Is this a YA? I'm not sure if this is a YA or not. How do you... I don't think this... I mean, I'm pretty sure it could be. I mean, this could be YA. Thorn Season by Kira Azar. I'm not 1000% sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. I think this gives like Bridgerton vibes. I'm pretty sure. Let's see, do I have any other possibilities? I think I have at least one. I have Children of Blood and Bone. But I don't think I want to do that one this month. Let's see. I think these are my 3 possibilities that I have for YA romantasy. Which is Ruthless Vows, Thorn Season, and Witch of the Wolves. Which, I'm not even sure if Witch of the Wolves is YA. I could be wrong. Well, actually the main character is 23 years old, so technically that's not YA, so I'm going to put this one back. Right now we have down to Thorn Season and Ruthless Vows. Technically, this is on my 26th to read in 2026. Thorn Season, I'm not sure if it is. Hold on, let me check my list. I can't remember. Let me put this card down. I'm going to check my list and see what I have on my 26th and 2026. Because I completely forgot what I put on there. Let's see. I know I have a list. Where did I put that list is the question. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, Thorn Season is on my 26th read in 2026. Okay, so both these books are on my 26th read in 2026. So it doesn't really matter which one I choose. The only problem is I don't know if Thorn Season is YA. I know for certain Ruthless Vows is, because it says on the back. So I think I'm going to go with Ruthless Vows because I already know for certain that it is. So we're going to go with that, I think, for YA Romantasy. I will put this one back on the cart. And why do I do this backwards? I don't know. There we go. So this will be our first book on the TBR. So I am excited to actually get to this book. I read Divine Rivals, enjoyed it, gave it 4 stars. I do also really want to get to Wild Reverence because everybody is loving Wild Reverence. So I figured I need to read this first. So this will be the first book on our TBR. Alright, now we're going to pull for book number 2. Let's see, which card do I want to go with? Go with this one. Okay, we have a letter generator for the title. Okay, so let me pull up a wheel of letters and see what random letter that we get and try and match it up to a title. And here we go. We have the letter U? Okay, that's a strange letter. The letter U. I don't know if I have any books on here that start with the letter U. Well, let's give it a quick glance and see if we find anything. I don't know if we will. Let's see if we have any possibilities. If not, we will have to spin again. Let me look on the other side. No. 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 Alright, we don't have anything that starts with the letter U. At all. So we're going to have to spin again. And let's see if we can pull up a different letter. Alright, so let's try this one more time. What letter did we get this time? Is that an H? Oh, it's an N. My bad. Okay, so we're looking for the letter N. That should be a little bit easier, hopefully. Let me see what we got for the letter N. Let's see. N, N, N. That's not an N. Nothing on this side. Let me try this side. I don't think we have anything with the letter N on the card. I mean, I guess we could choose something off the shelf instead of the cart, but I was hoping to stick to my cart because everything that's on my cart is ones I want to prioritize. Unless I want to pick a book of the month book. Let's see. I do need to get through more of my book of the month books. So let me just look at those real quickly. Let's see. And oh, we do have one book of the month book that does start with the letter N. Let me see if there's any others or that's the only one. Okay, it looks like we only have one, so let me pull that off the shelf. Even though I want to stick to my cart, I do need to get through more of my Book of the Month books. So I just chose a random one that was on my shelf behind me instead of going off my cart because I could not find anything off my cart. So we're going to go with Never Over by Claire Gilmore. I really want to read this. This is a romance I feel like is perfect for the spring. And the main character has my middle name, which is Paige. My dad still calls me by my middle name, Paige. And it has to do with music and writing songs. And those are all buzzwords for me. Anything with music is like one of my favorite things. I'm very, very musical. My whole family is. Well, my sister, I have two sisters. One was in orchestra, one was in band. I've always been in choir. So music has always been my thing. And my dad used to do concerts for me when I was a kid, like before we went to sleep at night. So like music is in my blood. So this is like a perfect pick. So I'm very excited that I'm getting an actual romance on the TBR for the spring. I am super excited to read this. So even though I didn't have anything on my cart, I still found something from a Book of the Month books that would work because I need to read more of these. That is book number 2. Hopefully we don't get any more letter generators. Now we're going to pull for book number 3. Let's see what we get. We're going to go with something deep in here, I think. Oh, we had this last month. Finish a series. I don't know if I have anything on my cart to finish a series. I have a continue a series, but not finish, I don't think. Let me just check and make sure. I have a lot of books that start a series. Whoops. Book fell over. Let's see. Do I have anything to finish a series? Actually, I kind of do. I mean, it's a duology. I don't know if a duology is considered a series. It's a standalone. I'm not sure. I think there's one more book coming up in that series. I don't think there's that series is finished. You know what? I'm just gonna consider. I think I'm gonna use a duology to finish the series just because. I don't know if duology in series really works, but I'm gonna go for it. And this book is also on my 26 to read in 2026, and it's a duology. So this is A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen. Sorry if there's a bit of a glare. I have a window right next to me. I read the first book, A Fate Inked in Blood. Absolutely loved it. Even though it was slightly predictable, I still loved it. And I do want to finish a duology. And in my mind, a duology is still a series. So I'm going to go for it. And it's another Book of the Month book, which is good because I need to read more Book of the Month books. Because I keep getting them and then don't get through enough of them. So this will be the 3rd Book of the Month book on the list. Which is great because I need to knock those out. So we're going to use this to finish a series. If you haven't read A Fate Inked in Blood, I highly recommend. It's Nordic romantasy. I can't talk today. But if you haven't tried the first one, I absolutely recommend. For those who are trying to read her other series, that other series has nothing to do with this series. This is completely different, in case you were wondering. So I'm excited to finally finish this duology. That is book number 3. And we're going to pull for book number 4. Let's go with this one. Oh man. So we have a big book, 400 pages or more. Well, let's see what we got on the cart. I do have a lot of Book of the Month books on here, which I could go ahead and see if I could find another one that works. We have a Nordic romantasy, we have a romance, and then we have a historical fantasy. So maybe let's find something that's a different genre. Something that I don't already have. For, let's see. What about this one? So I really do want to read this. And it's a completely different genre. Let me see how many pages this is. 446 pages. So that's pretty close to over 400 pages for sure. And it's another book of the month book. So that's one possibility. Let's see. I know for sure that's got to be over 400 pages, but I don't think I want to pick another fantasy right now. Let's see. What else do I think that could be over 400 pages? I'm not ready for a big fantasy right now. I think I'm going to go with this book, actually, because I think the rest of them, I want to kind of mix up my genres a little bit, so I'm not stuck to one genre. But I also do want to read this. This is not book of the month, but I really do want to read it. And this is historical. Let me see if I can pull this out. I swear, these books do not want to come out. See if I can pull it out. Let me see how many pages this is. This is the author's note. Oh, this is definitely over 400 pages. This is 448 pages. Okay, so we have a couple of options here, and they're both historical fiction. So we have The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. That's definitely over 400 pages. And we have Skylark by Paula McLean. We do already have 3 Book of the Month books, and I do want to get 3 more of those. But I've really been wanting to get to The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna, because I've been hearing amazing things about this particular Kristen Hanna book. And I really, really, really want to read this. I mean, I want to read all these books. But this one, I've been hearing more and more people talk about this. Which also makes me nervous, but I also really, really, really want to read it. Because I love Kristen Hanna. There's only one book from her I gave 3 stars. Everything else has been 4 stars and above. I can't decide. I really want to read The Four Winds, but I also want to read Skylark and get more Book of the Month books out of the way. So what do I do? Let me think. You know what? I think I'm going to go with The Four Winds. I know I need to get more Book of the Month books, but we already also have 3 on the TBR. I really want to read The Four Winds. So I think we're going to go with this one by Kristen Hanna for our book number 4. Because I really, really want to get to this. And I love Kristen Hanna. Like, the books I've read from her have been outstanding. The only book I gave 3 stars to from her was The Women. It wasn't bad. I just didn't love it like everybody else has. Hot take. Yeah, I know. But I really desperately want to get to The Four Winds. It just sounds so good. And I cannot wait to dive into this. So this is book number 4 on our TBR. Alright, now we're going to pick book number 5. We'll go down at the bottom this time. Oh, we had this one last, couple months ago, I think. YA mystery thriller. I did not want to do this one again. I mean, I didn't get to the one that I chose for the last time I had this book. So what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do. Oh wait, actually there is another YA mystery thriller that I recently got and I really, really want to read. It was actually a gift. It's going to be in my book haul for April. I just haven't gotten to film my book haul yet. But I really, really, really want to read it. And it's YA and I want to get to it like so soon. So we have The Escape Game by Marissa Meyer. I just was gifted this from my bestie Lindsay from She Is Booked and Busy. She had a bingo challenge that started back in September of last year, and it just ended because I I won the bingo challenge this year. Like literally it just happened like not that long ago. So she gifted me some books for winning. So this was one of them, and I so desperately want to get to this. Because it has reality TV in it, escape rooms, murder mysteries. I'm like sold. And it is YA, and it's a mystery thriller, and I so badly want to get to this. So I am so excited to read this, actually. So this is actually not a bad card, because it helped me pull this out. And this also will be in my book haul for April once I film that. So this will be book number 5 on May TBR. I am so excited, you have no idea. I completely forgot I could use this for this card till I looked over there and saw it. So I'm very much I honestly cannot tell you how excited I am to get to this, because I really wanted to read. Because it has so many of my buzzwords in this book, and I cannot wait. That is book number 5 on the TBRs. We only need to pull 3 more cards. Let's see if we could get a card that we haven't had in the past. At least this year. Let's go here. Okay, we have a GoodReads rec. So that means I scroll my GoodReads until I find a book that I own. So let's see what we got for GoodReads. Alright. So let me show you my GoodReads. This is what we got. Alright, so we're going to scroll until we find a book that I own. Let's see. Nothing yet. I already read this one. I already read that one. Let's see. Ooh! Okay, yes, please. Okay, I'm excited. This is going to be my book haul for April as well, so let me go grab this. We got Pieces of the Night by Jennifer Hartman, so let me just go grab that book. Alright, so this will also be my April book haul once I film that, but I so badly wanted to read this because this also has to do with music. So this is Pieces of the Night by Jennifer Hartman. I had to get this because, I mean, look at these sprayed edges. I absolutely adore these sprayed edges with the music notes. And it has like lyrics on it. And I have not yet read a Jennifer Hartman book, but I feel like this is a perfect place for me to start. Because I heard her books will tear your heart out. And I could use a good cry. Not that I need a good cry, but I really wanted to read this because of how this has to do with music. Just like Never Over was. So I am actually stoked. We're building a really great TBR for May, let me tell you. I cannot wait to read this. You have no idea. So this will be my first Jennifer Hartman. I cannot wait. I do also want to read from her, like some of her other books. Like I want to read Still Beating. I want to read Older. I want to read, what else does she have? I'm sure there's more I'm not thinking of. But there's so many of her books I want to read. But this one was my top of my priority list once this one came out. It just recently came out, actually. So I am stoked this is on the TBR. Truly, this is, I think we're building one of my favorite TBRs of the year so far. So this will be a good one. I cannot wait. So that is book number 6. Now we're going to pull for book number 7. See what we get. We'll go with... Trust me, I'm not reading the cards. This one. Title that is written in cursive. Okay, we haven't had this card in a while. So a cursive title. Let's see what we've got. Yes. Not cursive, not cursive. Not cursive, not cursive. No, no. No, no. Could this be? Not really. Isn't? I mean, kind of, sort of, but not really. Let's see. It's got to be something. Let me look on the other side. Oh, I think this does. Yeah, it kind of does. A little bit. It kind of makes it look like it, at least. I'm going to count that. Okay, so we have The 13th Child by Aaron A. Craig. And truly, I am excited for this. I need to read more of her books because I read a few of hers and really enjoyed them. House of Salt and Sorrows is probably one of my favorites of hers. And I need to read more. And it kind of looks like cursive a little bit. I mean, it's kind of drippy in some areas. And then like the T on this end and a little bit up here. Like it kind of gives like the cursive vibe a little bit. So I'm going to count that. And I've been needing to get to this. I was supposed to buddy read this with my bestie Nikki last year. And I never got to it. I think she started it. I don't know if she's finished it yet. So Nikki, if you're watching, let me know if you finished it because I do want to hear your thoughts. But I've been needing to get to this book since like last year. And I really do want to read this. This is a gothic story. The god of death. It arrives to take Hazel away. And he blesses her with a gift. The ability to instantly deduce the exact cure needed to treat the sick. But all gifts come with a price. And haunted by the ghosts of those that she's killed, Hazel longs to run away. But destiny brings her to the royal court, where she meets this prince. Then she has to decide, should she save the life of a king marked to die? What will happen if she goes against the will of death himself? So it's definitely gothic with like the whole death vibe. And it has magic, and I really need to read this. So I'm excited to get to it. Like this TBR, I'm really excited for this TBR, let me tell you. So this is going to be a good one, I am certain. That's 3, 6, 7. So we only need to pull one more card. Let's see how it goes. So far, I am loving this TBR right now. Like, absolutely loving. So hopefully this last book comes out very, very well. Because there's books I want to get to. And lots of them. See what we got. Oh. We already did this. We're skipping this. I don't know why I have 2 of these. It's the GoodReads one again, so I'm going to pull that out. I don't know why I have 2 of those cards. We're going to try and draw a different one. We will go with this one. Oh, we had this one last time too. Over 30 chapters. Let me pull out that one card real quick and replace it. So that way I know. I'm not sure why I have 2 of the same card. But we have over 30 chapters again. We had this last time. Let's see, what shall I do? Well, let's see what we've got so far. We have a historical fantasy, we have a romance, we have a Nordic fantasy, we have historical fiction, YA mystery thriller, a contemporary fiction, and a gothic. So what, should I go with a regular thriller? Okay, I want to do something that I don't already have a genre of if I could find something. I don't have a retelling yet. Let me see if this has over 30 chapters. Oh, this already has like 50, in the 50s chapter-wise. Okay. I also do need to read this because it's on my it's on my list of the books that my bestie Clint picked out for me. It's one of my reading challenges for the year, and I do need to get to it. And it definitely has over 30 chapters. I just checked. So I think we're going to go with Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is my bestie Nikki's favorite book of all time. And I know how excited she is for me to read this. And it's on my challenge that Clint picked out for me. And it's definitely over 30 chapters. I just checked. And I need a different genre from what I already have. So I feel like a retelling is perfect. Because I don't have a retelling yet. And I know this is a retelling of The Red Queen, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's in Alice in Wonderland. So, like, yeah, Red Queen, so Queen of Hearts. I can't remember if it's Red Queen or Queen of Hearts. Nikki, if you're watching, let me know. Because I can't remember which one. I do need to get to this because for my challenge, and I really do want to read this. I think my bestie, I think it was my bestie Nikki that actually gifted me this book. And I really do want to get to it. So I think this will be our 8th and final book on my physical TBR. Besides all the ARCs that I have and buddy reads. Alright. So that is all 8 books we are choosing for my May TBR. So let's go back through and do a quick recap. So first we have Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross for, what was the first prompt? Oh yeah, a YA romantasy. And then we had a letter generator with the letter N. We went with Never Over by Claire Gilmore. And then we had Finish a Series. So we have A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen. And then we had, what was the next prompt after that? Oh yeah, big book, over 400 pages. So we went with The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. Then for a YA mystery thriller, we have The Escape Game by Marissa Meyer and Tamara Moss. And then the next prompt we had was a GoodReads recommendation. It came off my GoodReads. So we went with Pieces of the Night by Jennifer Hartman. Next prompt we had was a title written in cursive. So for that, we went with The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig. And then the last prompt we had was over 30 chapters, which was Heartless by Marissa Meyer. So that is all the books I am going to be reading in the month of May. I will be busy doing other things, so we will see how many of these books I can actually get through for the month of May. I mean, I'm almost done with my April TBR, so it's possible I could get these all done. I will be taking my Kindle on the plane when I go to Chicago, though. So maybe I can get some of my ARCs read while I'm on the plane as well. So we will see how well I do. This should be an interesting month because of all the stuff I have going on. Because not only do I have my sister's wedding in Chicago, I also have oh yeah, I have a play that I'm going to, Shrek. I'm going out to dinner after that. That's like at the tail end of the month. What else? I know I have something else. I just can't remember off the top of my head what the other thing was. But it's going to be a fun-filled month. I'm actually very excited for this TBR, I have to admit. There's some really anticipated reads on this TBR, and I personally cannot wait. So I hope you enjoyed this TBR as much as I did, because I felt like we built a really good one. If you made it this far into the video and you don't feel like being chatty, why don't you leave me a music note for Pieces of the Night, because I think that's one of my most anticipated reads out of this whole stack, besides The Escape Game. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a huge thumbs up. If you want to see more bookish content from me, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.